You're now listening to the hot new sounds of a day in Austin radio show, broadcasting live from Austin, Texas, the only entertainment directory radio show around town. So let's go put it down like Charlie Brown. This is a day in Austin radio show.
All right, United Songwriters Association Radio Network. We're here with Waylon Payne. We were at the Nikki Mitchell fundraiser. Can you tell us a little bit how you got involved and what's your plans here for the event and to help the organization a little bit more?
I got involved because my friend Shooter and Jesse were involved. My friend Connie Nelson told me about it as well, and I put my name on it. Loved Hank. I loved Waylon. And I thought it was a very good cause to come out and be able to support.
Absolutely. So you were on stage with Jesse earlier. What was the song that you guys did together?
We did Under Your Spell Again.
Huge song. That was big up there. Right? You guys definitely
It was a lot
pulled
of
off.
fun.
Yeah, it was. It's a big song to pull off, but I think you guys did very well
Well,
with it.
thanks. I'm glad. I hope we did it proud. It's kinda
Absolutely.
nice.
Now, if some of our viewers and listeners want to find out more information about you or maybe find your CDs, your music, where can they go to find a little bit more about that?
You can check me out online. There's a plethora of information on the internet and the World Wide Web. As for records, if you'd like to buy my album, I have one album that came out 10 years ago. It's called The Drifter on Universal Republic, and it is available for anybody who wants to download it on iTunes. You can get it there. And we got a new record coming out later on this year.
All right. When can we expect that?
Well, it's coming. It's in the process, so I guarantee before the end of the year you'll have something.
Before the end of the year.
Yeah.
All right. Any featured artists that are going to be on the album with you, or any artists that you're working with currently, or can you not say?
Well, I did this duet with my buddy Willie Nelson, which I'm real proud of.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Finally.
Yeah. Finally did it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's probably going to wrap it up for today. We definitely appreciate you coming out and supporting the Nikki Mitchell Foundation,
No
and
problem.
it's a great event.
Always here to help.
All
Just
right.
Let me know what I can do.
All right. Once again, that was Waylon Payne, and we are here at the Nikki Mitchell Foundation fundraiser for cancer. So,
Pancreatic cancer.
number 4 leading cancer, I guess, in the cancer category. So,
Yeah. Pretty bad.
yeah, don't get it.
Can I say shit?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. So,
'Cause I just said it
Yep. All right. Once again, Waylon Payne, do you want to do any call-outs, radio call-outs, or any shout-outs to anybody?
Hey, how about a nightinAustin.com? They're pretty rocking.
All right. nightinAustin.com. Cool.
And you can also do a shout-out maybe to the United Songwriters Association.
Awesome.
Hey, there you go.
Well, we definitely appreciate that. It's been the USA Network Radio. Definitely appreciate it. Once again, that's been Waylon Payne.
See you, buddies.
Welcome to a day and a night in Austin. This is news radio for you live. So, we're going to recap a little bit on the Memorial Day weekend. On the 23rd, we had the Red Fest, Circuit of the Americas. Red Fest is a 3-day party with Southern attitude, full music, comedy, and outdoor fun. It's a festival like none before, I'm telling you folks. It was wild. Check out more pictures and get more information on that. Make sure you check out redfest.com. That's right, redfest.com. Now, if you had a chance to make it to Red Fest, great. But if not, we really hope that you had a chance to make it to Austin Jazz Festival. OMG, folks. Austin proudly hangs its collective hat on being the live music capital of the world. That's right. And it is. It upheld that reputation this weekend at the Austin Jazz Festival at the Bee Cave. That's right, the backyard down at the Bee Cave. Want more information on that? Make sure you check them out. AustinJazzFest.com. That's right, AustinJazzFest.com. Moving on down, moving on up. 526, we're talking about yesterday, folks. 526, Palmer Event Center, Live Capital of Texas Triathlon. Athletes from top-ranked professionals, first-time triathletes. They even included USA Para Triathlon National Championship. It's the Para Triathlon national championship. It was amazing, folks. Definitely check out their pictures. You can check those out at captextri.com. That's CAPTEXTRI.com. Moving on up, doing what we do, like Charlie Brown. That's right. We're talking about the KGSR Blues on the Green coming up 5/28. Now, that's going to be at Zilker Park every other Wednesday during the summer. Every other Wednesday during the summer. Thousands of people, blankets, munchers, families, animals, puppies, little kids. You gotta love it all, folks. Those are some of the things going on at A Day and a Night in Austin. Now, for more information on the KGSR Blues on the Greens, make sure you check out kgsr.com/Blues on the Green. That's once again kgsr.com/Blues on the Green. This has been a News Minute from A Day and a Night in Austin.com.
Welcome to A Day in Austin Radio, broadcasting from Sherlock's on Burnett and 183. I'm sitting here with Thomas McGregor. We're going to be going over some of his local businesses, mainly the Modern Century Film, and with what he has going on with corporate events and weddings, and then touch a little bit on his involvement with the local music scene, with teaching kids and teaching people how to do music and compose. And so I'm going to give the mic to Thomas, and I'll let you explain a little bit about yourself, and then we can start getting into the Modern Century Film.
Well, thanks for having me. It's really exciting to be able to give some information back to the community that I love so much. The Austin community is a very creative community, a very entrepreneurial community. I'm very supportive, too, of local business, and that's exciting to get back to that. Well, with Modern Century Film, what we specialize in really is event film production and editing, which would include everything from filming in high def to audio production to incorporating even music videos. We have videographers on staff that have done music videos for local artists and even some national acts. One of our videographers actually did a very nice documentary last year, and he's going to actually work on mine this year. And so we are focusing this year mainly on, our business strategy this year is to focus mainly on corporate events and giving back to that community as they like to get filmed, their board meetings sometimes, presentations and seminars. And so that's what we're focusing on this year. We do weddings as well as birthday parties, as well as small events as well. And so that's really a big part of what we're striving to do this year in 2014.
Awesome. And so being focused in corporate events, what I guess if you want to tell a little bit of the backstory, how did you get into getting into corporate events? A little backstory about how you created the company.
Sure, yeah. Well, it's an interesting thing because, originally I started in event music and event planning. And so I did a wedding for a client, and they ended up paying me with a high-def video camera. And then I got a request that they were asking me if I could also shoot the video. And then obviously that business spark ignited in me, and I'm like, let's make a company out of it. And now it's really, really grown. We have 6 videographers that can handle a single event, which is really, really a lot. I mean, we can handle pretty much every angle that you would want. We have up to 12 on staff, which includes a graphic designer as well as somebody that loves just to edit. And so sometimes we just give him the stuff to edit. And so it's grown from really just a really good relationship with a wedding client, and because you never know, sometimes the best payments don't come in forms of actual money. I mean, from this payment alone, I've spurred on just an entire another business. So you have to really look for the opportunities in every situation.
Awesome. Okay. And being how it is, May and really wedding season, you want to touch base a little bit on just your involvement with that and just how you kind of focus on that with people if they're interested in having you come out and film their reception or film their ceremony?
Sure, yeah. Wedding season actually is almost in full swing. We'll hit the peak around July and August, but see, in July and August it's really, really warm, and so a lot of outdoor weddings don't happen very often. And so you have the indoor venues really taking in some of those people. But to be honest, the best time to advertise really is the beginning of the year, because most brides and wedding planners actually plan between 3 to 12 months prior to their wedding because they're so excited. As soon as they get engaged, that's when they start planning. I mean, brides are just crazy ready to start planning. And so the ideal advertising time for a wedding business really is around January, March, and maybe in February. But between January and March is probably the best time to do some advertising. And how they find you, really the best is partnerships with event planners, fellow event people, because brides typically will go to somebody to help organize their wedding because it's a big endeavor, and they don't want to have to filter through the multiple Google ads, the multiple searches, all this stuff that you have to, all this information that you have to filter through. And so because they trust the event planner that they're going with, and they're paying them obviously, they go, who do you trust to do video? Who do you trust to do music? Who do you trust to do catering? And those referrals are golden. And so the strategy, the best advertising strategy really is to partner up with really successful event planners and wedding planners. If that's the way you're going, if you're going towards weddings, that's where I would hit event planners and also venues, because those are the two places that the brides always go to first.
All right. And one other thing I wanted you to kind of mention is if someone's interested in, approaching you to have you do their corporate event or say their wedding, what's some basic information that they should, bring to you to, get the ball rolling so that way they're prepared when they're sitting down to talk to you?
Well, that's an interesting question, because the majority of people that come to me to have me film their event actually don't really know what they want. They just want me to capture it. The majority of the time when you capture somebody's wedding, what you're doing is you're helping them relive it in the future. They want to remember that entire experience over and over and over again. And so most of the time they don't have a lot of idea of really what they want. And so the best thing is to come with an open mind, because I'm going to offer a lot of suggestions and a lot of options that are available that you might not have thought of. And that's always good in the event space. When people come to an event vendor, often they don't know the specifics. They just want, I want catering, and it's got to be good. I want good food, and it's got to be on time. It's got to be cooked right. They just want, they want the basic things. When it comes to events and event clients, there are really three essentials that they're looking for. Number one, they're looking for overvalue for what they're paying. They want to feel like they're getting not only a deal, but they want to feel like the value that you're giving is way higher than what they're paying. Number two, what they're looking for is they want everything to be on time and on point. So basically what that means is if you're doing video production, they want that disc in their mail within the time frame that you told them, 2 weeks, 1 week, whatever. They want it there then, and then they want the quality to remain. They want it to be on point, okay? And number three, they want to feel secure. They want to feel like their choice in your service was the right choice and it was the best choice. So when people come to me, what I would suggest is to have an open mind. I'm going to offer suggestions, offer options, and allow them to make choices that they may or may not would have thought of on their own.
Sounds like a lot of good advice. And I wanted to also touch base, being how Austin is the live music capital of the world. You did mention, music videos. You want to touch base on that a little bit, if there are any, musicians and bands that are interested in having you do a music video?
Sure, yeah, that's pretty simple. Usually for most musicians, what they're going to probably want to hire out is about 2 or 3 videographers. But what we do for local musicians is we really, really cut them in deal. In fact, sometimes we've even done trade deals with them so they can feel like they get a really good quality music video out of it. And they are not out a bunch of money, because the shooting video is expensive. Not only is the equipment expensive, the time's expensive, and it's also still a commodity. It's still rare. Not everybody has the cameras that we have. Not everybody has the talent that we have working for us. So that stuff's valuable. And so if you really want to secure that type of environment for your music video, 2 or 3 would do it, and it's really short. It would take an afternoon, and then we could work out some bartering, or we could work on a payment plan if it's too much, or we could also work on a very reasonable price for the music video.
Perfect. A lot of really good information. And I meant to do this in the beginning. I totally forgot. In Space Day, I wanted to get right into the interview. Would you mention your contact information, your website, and the best email or way for people to contact you if they do want to get a hold of a Modern Century Film and have them come out and do the videography for them?
Sure, that's pretty simple. What you're going to want to do is go to my personal website, and then you can see all the stuff that I offer as far as what I'm in charge of. And so you can get a feel for how I operate and how the companies that I run, how they operate, and the culture around them. So you can go to thomasmcgregor.com, and the fastest way to get to the company side is thomasmcgregor.com/ventures. And right now we're working on a new site for Modern Century, but it's going to be up in the next week. And then you can also call me at my personal line, which is 512-639-3110.
Repeat that information one more time in case people didn't catch it the first time.
So it's thomasmcgregor.com/ventures, and then 512-639-3110.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks for calling. How can I help you?
Yeah, may I speak with Tony?
I'm sorry, sir. There is no Tony here.
That's okay. Tell Tony I'm out back and everything's ready.
You don't understand. There is no Tony.
The whole gig's been planned for weeks. We have Google, YouTube, Facebook, and tons of listeners. The boys are ready.
What is this you're trying to do, sir? What are you trying to do?
We do the radio show. We're trying to make the people happy. Sorry, you was just pranked.
Hello? 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 You're now listening to the hot new sounds of A Day in Austin radio show, broadcasting live from Austin, Texas, the only entertainment directory radio show around town. So let's go put it down like Charlie Brown. This is A Day in Austin radio show.
Welcome to the Austin Meetup Radio Show. My name is Jacob Boker, and I am your host. Today, we are going to be talking a little about basic, simple ways for your business to become successful, or you as an entrepreneur, solopreneur, to be successful. Did you folks know that 99.7% of entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and businesses never achieve the level of success they first imagined when starting their venture? Some never get off the ground. Now that's crazy, folks. Does anybody know why? Plain and simple, they get stuck. The dream of having more time off, but they're working more. They had foreseen huge profit margins, but theirs keep getting smaller and smaller. But the worst part is, they don't know what they should be doing differently. How it seems so easy and now it's hard? But the good news is, it is that easy. And you can achieve that level of success. The only aspects you might have been leaving out, or one of the aspects you might have been leaving out, patience, planning, and persistence. Patience, planning, and persistence. Patience is the hardest one. People like instant gratification. Have you ever heard good things come to those who wait? Well, that's not always true. That's when it comes down to planning. Planning is one of the keys. Patience, planning, persistence. Patience, planning, persistence. Does anyone know the purpose of a plan? Is it for the past, present, or the future? Well, just to let you folks know, it's for the future. Planning, the definition, is the process of making a plan. A plan is a method of acting, doing, proceeding, making, etc. Developed in advance. That's the future. Developed in advance. Before you do it. You're not doing it. You plan before you do it. A baseball team, football team, any type of team, they plan and practice before they do it. They plan before they do it. Another definition, a specific project or definite purpose. So, not only are you planning the future, but it's for a specific project or definite purpose. If we know what we want to achieve, all we have to do is figure out how we can. What we have to do to achieve it. Plan it. Plan it in a system that works. Plan it in a system that works for you and your business. Based off of your abilities. Based off of your resources. And the rest will fall into place over time. If you are persistent. Persistence. You could plan and be patient, but without persistence, you may not go anywhere. Setting a plan in action, you may not involve you are saying, okay, I'm tired, that's it. You must have patience. If you must try again. We have, I guess, names we have for people in the industry. Well, some like to say they're farmers. They like to plant something and watch it grow. Some people, they say they're fishers. They throw their line in and they wait. Farmers, fishers, they're very patient people. But then you have the hunters. The hunters are not patient. They're hunting for the prey. The prey is usually running. You have to chase them, track them, follow what they're doing. Same thing in the business. Persistence. You could plan and be patient, but without persistence, you may not go anywhere. I just said that. So, cannot say that enough, you guys. Persistence. You can plan and be patient, but without persistence, you may not go anywhere. Can't set a plan in action. Call one time on the phone, they don't answer, and say, all right, they didn't answer, okay. Or they told me no, okay. You cannot accept that as an answer. You must have patience. You must try again, or again. Try again. Has anyone ever heard patience makes it perfect? Practice makes perfect. Well, that's the same thing here. Persistence makes perfection. You may call once, they may say no. May call twice, they may say no. Be persistent. Eventually, they may say yes. The worst part was when I was a kid, my parents would say these catchy little phrases. Be careful, you could poke your eye out. Patience makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Good things come to those who wait. Well, the older I became, the more truth I found in those. The more truth I found in those sayings. J. Abrams said, you are surrounded by simple, obvious solutions that could dramatically change your life. The only problem is you can't see them. That's crazy to me. So, you're surrounded by simple, obvious things. Your parents have told you ever since a kid, practice makes perfect. Well, guess what? If you make one call and hang up, and you let it be at that and accept that, that isn't practicing. That isn't reaching perfection. That's not even practicing perfection. Unless it's your first call, your second call. But each time you make a call, you're going to get better and better. Good things come to those who wait. Well, guess what? Sometimes you have to be a farmer. Sometimes you have to be a fisher. You throw a little bait on the line and wait for them to come. Sometimes you plant a seed with them and let it grow. Sometimes you track them down and you hunt them. But knowing the seasons and knowing the places is sometimes the basics and simple solutions. I challenge you to take a look at the basics. Some people tell me they won't listen because they already know more or they already know what I'm talking about. Well, so do I. My question to that type of person, those type of people are, why aren't you using the basic methods to grow your business? If you have advanced but no basic, you only have half. If you have the basics and no advanced, you still only have half. That's right, folks. If you only have half, you only have half. You still don't have the full thing. If you look at a 20-story building and put a penthouse in it, what floor would that penthouse be on? Well, everybody knows it'd be the top floor, right? Well, say that's your advance. What if you didn't have the other 19 floors? These are your basics. How great would your penthouse be? Or what if you didn't have a door to get in? Let's go back to the basics. The basics are our foundation. Your business is founded on that foundation. Take away the basics, what are you left with? I once heard a story about a man in a village back east. There was a man in the village his village migrated every year to avoid the floods. They'd walk 5 miles uphill and 15 miles downhill to get there. This man was a skilled carpenter. One year, he decided he'd make a little wagon. It took him less than an hour. He planned on pulling his kids in the wagon so he wouldn't have to carry them. So he starts on his venture, starts walking to the top. He gets to the top of the hill, makes the 5-mile mark. He had realized this was one of the easiest years of bringing his kids and his family. He's never made it in this amount of time and never had made it this quick. But then it gets better. The best part is, not only had he never made it there quicker in the amount of time, but now he realized he could actually sit on the wagon also, and he could ride the rest of the trip downhill with his kids. But not only did it save time and was helpful, but now it got him there quicker. They had migrated for the season, and the season was almost over, and he realized that he could add a hitch to the wagon. Now when he did this, he migrated back with the animals they raised and that they brought back with them to their village. And one of the cattle had pulled the wagon all the way back home. Everyone else had to make the long, hard journey, while 2 in his tribe died. But the next year, everyone in the tribe had a wagon and made this man chief. The key element to this story is not by having the next cool invention, you may be able to be king, chief, or whatever of a tribe. But what I made out of this story is that gentleman made momentum. That's right, folks. He started something. Everybody else hopped on it and did the same thing. Now his whole village is living better quality of life. They could bring more back and forth with them, which is helping the overall quality of life of both villages they're going back and forth to. All in all, great situation that they ended up with. All because of this. He started the momentum. I can sit here every week and say, let's do this, you guys. But if you decide not to do this, no changes will be happening in your life, your business, and it will all be on you. I talk, I teach, I try to help you guys out every week. I have a systematic plan that I just suggest maybe you guys follow. And not only if you follow it and you guys network and do what we ask outside of the group or inside of the group, that you guys will be successful. Some of it's just going back to the basics. So what we want to do today is talk a little bit about the basics, what they are, and what they mean to each of us. So I'm going to stop at this note, and we're going to start talking all as a group. We could break into smaller groups, however you guys want to do it, one-on-ones. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's talk about a couple subjects for...
It's going to be 512-539-6792.
Doing some advances, too. Let's talk about that a little bit. That's right. Austin Meetup Radio Show, Jacob Boker. It is hot in here. That's right. We're talking about some good stuff today. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to get to this, and we'll get back with you in a minute.
With the Texas heat officially here, everybody's trying to stay cool by staying indoors, which means cost of electricity is skyrocketing. So how would you folks like to lower your electricity bill? Up to 30%. Possibly even get your electricity for free. Well, if that sounds good to you, please contact my good friend Betty Moore at moreenergy.biz. That's going to be 512-539-6792, 512-539-6792. Or you can also contact her, check out what she has going on at www.moreenergy.biz. That's right, moreenergy.biz. Once again, www.moreenergy.biz. This has been a power-saving moment by Betty Moore at moreenergy.biz.
Hello, my name is Jacob Hughes. I work here at the Hughes Brothers Theater. This is a song I wrote called Meadows. Carry on is what you told me before we had to go. I'll be back is what you told me. I'll be waiting in the meadow. And it's the little things, honey, the things that barely ever show. You leave your butterflies with me. That's why I let my feelings flow. And we can dance till we die. You and I, it's what we do. And I like the sun, we can run and feel alive. And I know you know I love you so, won't let you go. So meet me in the meadow. Every single day I wake up, the only thing that's on my mind, I wanna show you what my eyes see. I wanna make it worth your time. We used to fight and then we'd break up over the stupid little things. Our love was based upon attractions. We didn't know what love means. And we can dance till we die. You and I, it's what we do. And I like the sun, we can run and feel alive. And I know you know I love you so, won't let you go. And I like the sun, we can run and feel alive. And I know you know I love you so, won't let you go. So meet me in the meadow.
This is an official press release from CritiqueReview.com, introducing Distinct Differences by Capital Resort. Throughout 2014, the Capital Resort Group will be launching the new Distinct Differences at select Capital Resorts destinations. Since the initial debut of Distinct Differences program, owners and guest feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. Some of the Distinct Differences programs is Distinct Rest, Distinct Refresh, Distinct Recharge, and Distinct Relax. You can find out more information at the links below.
Are you a small business owner? Have you ever thought about going green? Did you know that going green can be as easy as setting up a recycling program and giving your employees incentives to rideshare? Those are two examples of how BetterBusinessGreen.com could help you and your business make the simple everyday decisions on a greener way of life. Paperless receipts, motion sensors on your light switches, the simple everyday that all of us can do. Certify today for a greener tomorrow. Text Certify Me at 760-917-3733 3080. Once again, text Certify Me at 760-917-3080 for a free green consultation today.
You're now listening to the hot new sounds of A Day in Austin radio show, broadcasting live from Austin, Texas, the only entertainment drug-free radio show around town. So let's go put it down like Charlie Brown. This is A Day in Austin radio show.